That's one of those guys that, we want to get the ball in his hands.
Detroit practicing one last time this afternoon before preparing to travel to the Windy City for the matchup at Soldier Field. The Tigers holding a 76-83 record with 3 games to go this weekend. The White Sox have the division wrapped up. They'll face Detroit for the 3-game set with Lance Lynn getting a start tonight against Willie Peralta. The Sox leading the season series 10-6. And the action can be heard right here on 97.1 The Ticket this evening. 8:10 first pitch with Dan Dickerson on the call. Michigan football will play a road game for the first time since November of last year, and they'll be underdogs for the first time this season. Wisconsin listed as 2-point favorites despite being 1-2 on the year. The game will kick off at Camp Randall at noon tomorrow. We'll have the action here on 97.1 The Ticket coverage at 11 a.m. Also, MSU will host Western Kentucky, Western Michigan on the road to Buffalo, Eastern traveling to Northern Illinois, and Central also away from home and playing Miami of Ohio. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Millar from West 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, Kaj and Anderson on 97.1 The Ticket. Chris, car should be around today. 248-539-9797. Open lines here on the Carson Anderson program. A lot of attention to what Dan Campbell just said, talking to the media. We did talk some college football last hour. I wiped out on my mountain bike yesterday. Bad. Worst fall I've ever had. If you ever want to listen back to anything, use the Odyssey app and you can rewind. And we had to say about any of those topics by going back with the rewind and taking any part of the show you missed. It's great if you missed a whole show. 24 hours. It's archived there. Go back and listen to any program if you so choose. 248-539-9797. All right, here's what Dan Campbell said. First, this is on how his discussion with the league went regarding the delay of game.
Yeah, you ask for clarification, that's all. And then they'll give you an assessment or a description of what they thought took place, or whether yes, it should have been, or no, it shouldn't have been. And that's kind of how it goes. But this week I didn't even turn those in. I called and asked personally, but I didn't turn them into the league per se.
He didn't say what the league told him though specifically, did he?
No. Okay. He didn't even want to talk about it anymore. He's exhausted. And I get it because that's last week's game, so he's clearly moved on. But like I said, as a coach, you got to wear a lot of hats. And one of the hats is the administrative side. You can do all that stuff too and still coach your team and get them prepared for next week and not dwell on that. But that's where I had the 50-50 issue. I want the team to move on, of course, but you can also be like, hey, we're sick of getting screwed over here.
Sure. Here's more from Dan Campbell. The perception that the league and the refs are out to get the Lions.
Well, yeah, I get some of that. I don't. That's not my place. And look, I came from a place where we didn't have some great calls go our way either, and we won a lot of games. So I don't use that as an excuse. And man, you make your own luck, and we'll find our luck, because we'll earn it and make it happen.
Okay, I like this a lot. I think it sends a message to his team. Hey, we are not making excuses. Don't feel like, hey, we accomplished something. No. We got to be so good that we can overcome those things. One of my favorite, weren't a lot, one of the Rich Rodriguez quotes that I thought was pretty good was, he said, and I don't know why it applies here, it just popped into my head, but he said, I want to be so good that we win even when we don't play well. Which is it's a great line. That was never really accomplished in his time in Ann Arbor. It was a great line. And the Lions need to be so good that it doesn't matter if the refs are out to get them. Right? There's your goal. 248-539-9797. Let's get back to your phone calls. David is in Canton. He's on 97.1. Hi, David.
How's it going, guys?
Great, thank you.
Excellent. Hey, I was just wondering, or whatever that is, anybody really ever bring up why they kicked into the end zone or whatever? Why wouldn't they take it? The Lions' punt coverage and kickoff coverage has actually been pretty good with these same rookies that couldn't cover, a passing down. But they've been good on the kickoff or whatever. Why would you kick it sort of short and make the guy run it out?
Yeah, and take some more time
off the gamble on, not getting back to the 25, or you just get it if you kick it in the end zone.
Yeah, I wondered about that myself. And whether or not Fipp, isn't that their special teams guy, Fipp, David Fipp, whether or not that'd be something that they would try to do.
Right, because if you look at it, or if you go back into the other 3 games, look at all all the kickoffs and the punts or whatever, that it was very rare that guys got, past the 25. So,
I hear you. It's certainly something that they could consider in the future and maybe should have done differently this time.
absolutely.
Thank you for the phone call, 248-539-9797. Antonio's in Detroit. Hi, Antonio.
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing, sir?
I got a different slant on this. This isn't quite the current situation, and it has nothing to do with who's favored. To me, it seems like it's good fit for the rest of the favorite that the market wants to see. So if you look at the marketable teams throughout history, the Lakers, the Boston Celtics, the Pistons had to. You can't be close with the champion. You've heard that term in boxing. You got to beat the champion. It can't be close. You have to clearly beat the champ because it's good for business that the champ wins because that's who everybody wants to see. Floyd Mayweather would have lost, the boxing would have lost steam if Mayweather lose. So, because now he's not marketing his undefeated record. So if somebody was going to beat Mayweather, they would have had to really kick his butt, and nobody was capable of doing that. They got close, but they never kicked his butt. And when the Pistons finally got over the hump, remember the Lampier Phantom foul, and many times as a Pistons fan, I used to want to blow on Larry Bird or Michelle. They give me fouls. You had to have the intestinal fortitude. You know what? We're better than them, and then take your turn. The Lions, unfortunately, have never been able to do that. One, the market don't want to see the Lions, so they have to either become marketable or start winning. That's just the bottom line. It's good for business for people to favor the marketable teams.
Then you got to, look, if let's go ahead and now, for the purposes of the conversation, agree with the premise, then you just got to find a way to be marketable. And the crazy thing about it is they've had several of the more marketable players in the league. In fact, one as recently as last year. Because, is the league pushing the Stafford narrative much? Does Stafford get much attention?
Yeah, but he's in a market the NFL cares about now.
That's the point. Like, that's what I'm getting at. They had a guy that was worthy of getting some favoritism. And there's plenty of positive pub about him now that he's in LA with the Rams. Right? Did he get the same glorified treatment here?
No.
No. Good. I got it. LA market, better team, got it. But the Lions did have some decent teams. The one team with Sue that had the great defense that went to Dallas and got screwed over. One of the worst calls ever.
Because guess what? Cowboys, right? And
so we hold on. It's our job to point these things out, right? This is what Doug and Kang and Gator, when he's here, we get to do. Dan Campbell, I understand why he's not belaboring the point. It's not helping him do his job. He can take it up with the league, but coming out publicly and bitching about it, I don't think helps him do his job.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But that's why I said that when he did give us what he said today was he didn't even hand in the video, which is what I have a problem with. Like, you don't even have to tell me, but at least hand in the video, man.
Right.
Tell, hey, what happened here? Give me an explanation. So I don't want to feel like, oh, who cares? It doesn't matter. The Lions have to overcome, like the caller was saying, the Pistons had to overcome the Lakers, right? The Celtics, because they had to actually beat them outright. I guess I'm just so jaded. I don't know if the Lions can ever outright beat a team without a little bit of help, or at least play it down the middle, let alone, not have favoritism towards the other team. Because I think it's just human nature that refs are human. They're going to favor, LeBron James. They're going to favor Tom Brady. They're going to favor the bigger names, the bigger markets. I think that's just natural. I think whether I don't even think it's like on purpose, like a sinister thing, Doug. I think that's just that the better teams and organizations and players get the benefit of the doubt. The Lions will have never been that team, and they've never had that player.
248-539-9797. We had Calvin, we had Barry, and now we had Stafford. And I'm not.
I know it's crazy because Calvin, yeah.
I'm not mad. I'm glad they made the trade. I was a Stafford fan. Well, time for a reboot. They did. They've got draft picks back and a healthy haul of draft picks. I'm not mad that they made a trade. And I'm also not mad that Stafford's getting all the love, and I'm not surprised to see them winning and all that. This was all predictable. And it's all the price of doing the deal that they did. We know that this year is going to be a difficult one to stomach. Lions aren't going to win much, and the old quarterback is going to do very well, most likely. But, I mean, we're not taking it back. I don't think anybody wants to take it back. Because we started down the road, and we got a nice start in terms of the resources. 248-539-9797. Brian's in Chesterfield. Hi, Brian.
How you doing? And I'll tell you what, I am mad. More people need to get mad. I'm tired. I was born into being a Lions fan, and I accept it. But I'll tell you what, I am sick and tired of getting crapped on by the NFL over and over. We get the Calvin Johnson make-up call. We get messed over in Dallas. Because the Lions don't complain. That's why. We don't get no respect because the Lions don't hold them accountable. The Lions need to hold the NFL accountable, and I'm mad about it. And I'm pretty like, man, I'm pretty much looking the place. I can't even control. Everybody calls, we're all calls, you know, and it's got these solutions and stuff. Well, we have, the Ford family needs to speak up too. I love Dan Campbell, and I'm not born for this new regime. But I'll tell you what, you go in that locker room, and you got to tell them, I'm going to go play for you too. You know for me, that last game, the whole game, all four quarters, I'm going to go hold them accountable for this now.
So, look, so you want Dan Campbell out there complaining about the officiating and complaining about the way they're treated.
Not to me, not to you on the radio. In the locker room and in the NFL.
He might be doing that. I mean, I certainly want him, and I think it'd be great if Mrs. Ford called the league a bitch to let him know that feels like their franchise is unfairly treated by the league. I don't know that Campbell specifically needs to do it publicly, and I guess that's where I agree with you.
You know, you had two former head of officials for the NFL, Dean Blandino and Mike Pereira, come out and say, dude, that the NFL botched that. That was a missed delay of game. These guys used to be the head of the officiating. Why can't the NFL just come out and be like, you know what? Yeah, I don't know, man. That call got me a little worked up. I do want to move on, and I just want them to admit that you got screwed in. I just don't want to. I think the people here, like callers like that, are just saying, we just don't want to sit there and like, all right, we'll take it. We'll just take it and we'll just move on. That's it.
And the reality, just so people know why we're even talking about this again, is because Dan Campbell was asked about it today and said, yeah, I talked to the league and kind of talked about how it works procedurally, but didn't say what the league told him. And then was asked about whether or not, you know, does he buy in that the Lions are always screwed over? And he basically said, no, I'm not. There's nothing. I got nothing to say. He had nothing to add to it. He's like, no. Everybody gets bad calls against him. He said they had bad calls against New Orleans. Famously, New Orleans.
They did. But guess what Sean Payton did? He complained. He sent it in. You know, that's what you do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Campbell, he didn't send it in, but he asked for clarification.
I don't know, amongst other stuff. So I'm not even sure. Like, I think, remember when they had to reset the clock? I think that was one thing he wanted to
yes,
find out.
Yes, that was one thing, yes. 248-539-9797. won the ticket. Hey, 2021 DTE Energy Business Pride Contest is an opportunity for small businesses, local small business owners, to share how proud they are of their businesses and any accomplishments they made this year, achieving greater energy efficiency. Business owners are encouraged to highlight their energy efficiency tactics or improvements on how they have reduced their energy costs, helping to create a more comfortable environment for their employees and our customers and help the planet. Business owners are encouraged to enter online using the online entry form at dteenergy.com/businesspride. All they need to do is answer a few basic questions and tell us about their achievements in energy efficiency and how that has improved their business operations. First prize, one $5,000 check to make energy efficiency upgrades to your business. Second prize is $2,500. Third prize is $1,000. You can find out how DTE can save you money, like we did with the dteenergy.com, and you can schedule a home energy consultation. They'll come out to your home and show you all the ways that you can save money. They replaced all our light bulbs for free, which was awesome. And at the end of that, they said, hey, we calculated your savings by the end of the year. You'll make over $330. You'll pay $330 less. The DTE, they can do that for you as well. But they want to honor those businesses that have done the best job of it this year. So go to dteenergy.com/businesspride. Each prize also includes a walkthrough energy assessment with one of the DTE energy experts.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. DraftKings is kicking off another week of action by giving all new customers a can't-miss offer. Bet just $1 on any football game this week and receive $150 in free bets instantly, no matter what. And this football season, all customers can swing big with DraftKings same-game parlays. Same-game parlays allow you to combine multiple bets for a bigger payout. This week, place a same-game parlay on any NFL game and you'll be credited up to $25 if your bet loses. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code 971THETICKET to receive $150 in free bets instantly when you place a $1 bet on any football game. That's code 971THETICKET this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Gambling Disorder Helpline at 800-270-7117. 21 and over. Michigan only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full terms and conditions.
Prescription products require an online consultation. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
Think you might have ED? Not sure? Well, we'd like to let you in on a little secret. ED is common. About 40% of men experience ED by age 40, but the solution is simple. Find it at 4hims.com.
I didn't have to talk to a doctor in person. There was no copay, and the medication was shipped right to my door in discreet packaging.
Hims took care of it fast and easy. Now our love life is better than ever. Get access to doctors online who can prescribe you FDA-approved ED medication if appropriate. The same active ingredient as name brands, but 90% cheaper. Skip the waiting rooms and pharmacy lines. Get a free medical consultation and rise to the occasion or your money back. Go to 4hims.com/joy to get your first visit free. No copay required. The only way to get this special offer is to go to 4hims.com/joy. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Did you know that United Healthcare helps connect you to doctors and therapists with 24/7 access to virtual care? So I could have therapy from my couch? Yep. Or a doctor appointment from my car? If you wanted to. Wait, you're right. I don't even like when people see me sing in the car. Couch appointment it is. Virtual visits are just one of the ways United Healthcare helps connect you to better health. Learn more at uhc.com. Plan benefits may vary.
At Progressive, we're making things even easier. We'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you can save on both. Learn more at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Switching season is back at WOW. Switch to super fast internet 100 with no contracts for just $19.99 a month and get the first month free. Sign up at Huawei.com today. Wow. Limited to new customers with auto pay and paperless billing. Offer subject to change. Restrictions and terms apply.
To see contest rules for 97.1 The Ticket contests, go to 97.1theticket.com and click on the Contests tab. Necessary Roughness with former NFL lineman TJ Lang and John Jensen. Download it today on the Odyssey app.
This isn't going to get a ton of attention. This weekend series with the Tigers and White Sox, this could get interesting.
Could get interesting tonight.
Could get interesting starting tonight. Because last time these two teams played, bench clearing ball.
Well, bench clearing at least.
Yeah. Well, ball's a bit strong, right? But still, could be interesting.
It's definitely something's going to happen, I think.
Do you?
Hey, LaRusse is old school, so he's going to trot out a reliever that's not going to be in the playoff roster. One that he doesn't have to worry about being suspended for a game or two or whatever.
Right.
And he's going to throw inside on someone. For sure. Inside, I mean by just hit him.
I do remember this happening in the past where a team not going to the postseason screwed over a team going to the postseason with a fight. And I think it happened in hockey. I can't remember the details. But I know this has happened before. So maybe the Lions could screw over the White Sox and get somebody suspended.
The Tigers?
Tigers, sorry. Sorry about the Lions, but maybe the Tigers can screw over the White Sox and get somebody suspended. That's next level kind of screwing somebody over, isn't it?
To me, this would be the White Sox own fault too, because the whole start of it was dumb anyway.
Silly.
Yeah, Abreu. I mean, can you tell people what happened exactly?
Yeah, so he got hit by a pitch. It was like the 20th time he's been hit by a pitch this year. And it was a one-run game. It wouldn't have made sense for the
It was an 0-2
Tigers.
count, I believe.
Yeah, it didn't make sense for the Tigers to hit it intentionally. So there's a play at second. He slides in cleats high, bumps into Nico Goodrum. Nico gives him the WTF. Like,
What
dude.
the hell, dude?
And Abreu, like, got up in his face.
Like
He was ready to go. And the bench is cleared. And you're right, it wasn't a brawl.
But then the La Russa said after the game, you know, they're getting aggressive. We can get aggressive, and you know, clearly they didn't like it.
If you think that in a one-run game they meant to hit him, and now La Russa, to his credit, I guess you generally want to have the back of your player, and he doesn't care what we think of him in Detroit. But I'm like, oh, screw it. Anyway, this one could be interesting. 248-539-9797. If I Bet It coming up today at 1:38. Gator and I. Did you got Gator's picks, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because he sent them over and I don't know where they are. Let's get back to your phone calls. We go to Fred in Southfield. Hi, Fred.
How you doing?
Okay, Fred.
Okay, my comment is this. I am tired of listening to these Lions fans complain. If you want to make a difference, if you want a different team, you want a winner, just stop going to the game. As long as you keep filling that stadium, that woman is going to keep putting out what they're putting out. I have no incentive to get a championship team.
People have said that before. Thanks, Fred. Let's go to Paul in Dearborn. Hi, Paul.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Appreciate it. So I just wanted to call because I think Kate nailed it on the head a few minutes ago. It's about the benefit of the doubt. When I look at the lack of the delayed game penalty against Baltimore, that's just the refs not stepping in and deciding the game. Like, it's 4th and 19 from the 16-yard line. They have like a 0.01% chance of winning the game there. The refs aren't going to step in and say, oh, sorry, you guys were off by a second. Game's over. You know, it just, Lamar and Baltimore get the benefit of the doubt because they've shown that they can win. Historically, the Lions have never done that. The refs aren't going to step in and help us win a game. We have shown that we can't do that on our own.
Well, two things. One is, I don't know if it's relevant, but it wasn't the 4th and 19 that they had to delay a game. It was the play after that where they ended up throwing it out. It's okay. I'm not sure that it's relevant to your point, but just to make the correction. But the problem is that there's no interpretation to this rule. Like, this should be a black and white rule. So I have no idea how it can get screwed up. And the idea that there's some grace period is bizarre to me. You don't allow a goal in hockey after the clock hits 0 because there's a grace period. Although I guess they do have the intent to blow the whistle rule, which is really weird.
Well, sure. I guess my response to that is every call that refs make in the NFL is based on discretion. That's what they're paid to do. It's like you always hear Jensen say on the morning show. There's holding on every single play and on every NFL snap, but they don't call everything because it's about using their judgment on what affected the outcome of the play and what didn't.
Well, I mean, I guess the one thing I'd say is this one doesn't seem like it's a judgment call in any way, right? I mean, how is this a judgment call? It's black and white.
They give them that little grace snap.
But it is a judgment call, Doug. That's the problem.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, but it is.
Yeah.
Could you imagine in basketball if the clock goes off or the clock hits 0 and they look to see if Kate Cunningham still has the ball in his hand? That's what they're doing in the NFL. That's asinine.
It's really weird.
When the clock hits 0, it's over.
This league makes so much stinking money, and they can't set this up to properly enforce their own rules.
There's a grace period for time. When the one thing that's absolute should be time.
So bizarre. Dan Campbell refused to say that the league is out to get his team. Did say he talked to the league, but asked about it today, but he wasn't going to belabor it. 248-539-9797. Let's go to Brad. Who's next? Hi, Brad.
Yeah, well, thanks for taking my call. I just want to say that, first of all, the play content doesn't have any influence on anything. Yes, it should definitely have, a shot clock in basketball, and should have a light, it should have something that's connected. But that has nothing to do with it. And I'm sure Dan Hill put that picture together. He probably asked Sheila, hey, can I pick this up So actually, we should take. I have this video. Can I take this up? And they probably said no. We don't want to do anything with it because then Roger Goodell get upset. Now Robert Kraft and Gary Jones, they wouldn't let that crap happen. This is not the first time. It's not the second time. I mean, it's over and over and over again. In fact, I'm getting my master's in construction management right now. So my last class is capstone, and I'm actually doing my chief management plan on future plans and their culture and how we need to change it. And that's all I have to say about it. It's absolutely crazy how they get away with it every single time.
Well, I will. Look, you just painted a scenario where you made the Ford family look like they didn't care, and
But that's perception.
that's it.
I always tell guys,
Yeah. I mean, look,
I'm not saying I believe
we
it,
have
but-
no idea how they handled it behind closed doors, but I can respect that the coach wanted to move on and isn't going to say the refs are out to get him.
And then
I don't want him to publicly try and create excuses for his team.
And he wants to, be good enough to where they make their own luck. And I think we all want that.
With that said, I do think if I would be okay with ownership going there, and they might have. We don't know.
And, we know Campbell came from the Saints where they had the infamous pass interference call that cost them a trip to the Super Bowl. Obviously that's a more important game than regular season game number 3 in a season where you're not projected to win a lot anyways. But Sean Payton went and they got the rule changed, Doug. So it's not like they just sat in there, you know what?
I know.
Bad call against us. We're just going to go back to the drawing board. No, they got the rule changed.
And it was pass interference, and it was a rule that if the Lions had a chance to apply it against Dallas in the playoffs,
Yes.
They had their first playoff win.
So as much as the Saints are a winning organization, they won a Super Bowl, they still went to the league and was like, dude, what the F, right? And whether you agree with the change or not, they went and got the rule changed.
They did. 248-539-9797. Do you think this rule's going to change? I think it is.
It seems so obvious.
I think it is. I think the same thing is going to happen. I think. I might be wrong, but I think this changes because it's so easy to have no controversy.
Yes, like I said, competition committee this offseason. Yeah, you in the back? Yeah. Why is there a grace period when the clock hits 0? Did we get rid of this?
Yes.
All right, all in favor? Except for what, Baltimore?
Probably. Baltimore's the only dissenting vote. We'll pick a bunch of games today at 1:38. 97.1 The Ticket.
All right, guys, whether it's after a hard day of work or relax on the weekend, we all love kicking back and watching live sports. And even if the Lions make you upset or angry or ruin your day, don't let it, because there's other sports to watch. It's, there's going to be a ton of other football games on, obviously. College football as well. Baseball is wrapping up. Hockey, you can bet on preseason hockey. I know it's crazy, but you can. Preseason basketball is about to come up, and it's just all more exciting when you're part of the game. And that's why I downloaded the WynnBET app. That's WYNN Bet. So whether you're a recreational player like me or a serious handicapper, WynnBET is your ticket for every exciting wager. You can do straight bets. You can do the parlays. Those are always fun. Teasers. Any exotic proposition wager you can dream up, they probably got on the WynnBET app. The app is easy to use, and everyone knows Wynn is one of the biggest and best brands in the gaming industry. So get off the sidelines. Get the app on Google Play or Apple Store today. Put yourself in the game. Win with WynnBET. Must be 21 or older and present in a state where playthrough WynnBET is available. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
In business, it's never just another day. Every day is the day that could bring your biggest order yet, or a new cyber threat. Whatever the day holds, with Comcast Business, you'll be prepared. With a network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses, a Comcast Business Security Edge to help protect your connected devices, and a dedicated team available 24/7. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with a fast and reliable internet and voice solution for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Or ask about our best deal on a gig speed bundle with a $500 prepaid card. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com to learn more. Offer requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto pay through my account. Ends 10/3/21. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 35 megabits per second internet and 1 voice line. Early termination fee applies. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change.
The wait is finally over. Notfest Roadshow is back. Saturday, October 2nd, DTE Energy Music Theater.
for world-class competition has always been faster, higher, stronger. It's the same for Navien, makers of condensing tankless water heaters. Faster to install and set up. Higher performance and efficiency to provide endless hot water. Stronger with the industry's strongest warranty. All because of the copper-free stainless steel heat exchanger built in every unit. Learn about Navient's condensing tankless water heaters and find a Navien contractor at tanklessmadesimple.com. That's tanklessmadesimple.com.
Get stylish, durable flooring for your home that will last a lifetime. And get it installed with help from Lowe's. Get Stainmaster Pet Protect carpet starting at just $199 per square foot. And Pergo Wet Protect laminate starting at $249 per square foot. Both with limited lifetime warranties. Order now, only at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Install available in-store only and through independent contractors. See Lowe's.com for details and licensing. U.S. only. See Lowe's.com product detail page for more warranty information.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Mike Papuro of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, log on to nbphealth.com.
Dan Campbell joins Stoney and Jansen Tuesdays at 7:30 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Karsh, meter out today. 248-539-9797. Open lines. We get back to your calls. Who do we got next? Jay in Lincoln Park. What's up, Jay?
What's up, guys? How you doing? Long time.
Thank you for calling.
All right, so I haven't heard anybody say this word yet personally, but this is the biggest word I haven't heard, and I think it's why Lions fans are so upset. And the word is accountability. When coaches screw up, they're held accountable, and they lose their jobs. When players screw up, they're held accountable, and they're benched, and they're cut. And when coaches have losing records, regardless of how they got the losing record, they're probably going to lose their job at some point. But these referees, they cost teams games, and then they go home and have dinner, and nothing happens to them. They just come back next Sunday like nothing happened. These players, every time that ball is snapped, risk a career-ending injury. And yet these referees have no accountability for any mistake that they make, and that's what Lions fans are, that's what Lions fans are tired of. They're not tired of getting screwed over. They're tired of getting screwed over, and nobody cares. That's why we're so upset. And that guy got me worked up, too. So sorry, you guys.
No, it's all right. Look,
but am I wrong, right? That's what it is.
Problem. So this is like everybody has their role in this. And I can't believe we're still talking about this on Friday. Evan said he thinks this might be the all.
Voicing the frustration of the fans because Stafford, Patricia, and all these other people, Matt Miller, they go move on. We're still here. Phil taking it between the schnucks, right? Every year. And
Rochambeau over and over
exactly.
and over.
And you just gotta ask yourself, if it's not on purpose, why does it keep happening? Why? Is this just a crazy coincidence, Doug, that we always talk about this?
Well, it seems like this
about
happens every year. The one thing that I am not 100% sure of is whether or not it truly does happen to us more than everybody else. We think it does. I don't know how this can be quantified and turned into data that would prove it.
I don't know if Blandino's just playing into it, but when him and Pereira do, they review their calls at the end of the week and all that stuff, and they brought this up, Pereira was saying, like, you're Lions, you're Detroit, they got screwed again, and Blandino's like, yeah, again, it happens, it seems to, and, like, he didn't put out any numbers or anything like that, but it does seem like it happens here all the time for more than other places.
But I'm glad you said that, because that tells us that it's not us just being hyper-provincial and sensitive and thinking, when it's no different than anybody else. I mean, when Greeny on Monday, Mike Greenberg on Get Up said, Justin Tucker kicked a 66-yard field goal against Detroit. He was on the wrong side of everything. I was like, there we go. Finally some acknowledgement that, and it wasn't even about that crazy stuff happens for the Lions.
Yeah. And I think we all know refs mess up calls everywhere, not just in Detroit, but other places as well. It just seems to happen in bigger and more often here, and then I think people are just, hey, I'm just kind of sick of just not saying anything, but of course head coaches, they got to move on. I hope Dan Campbell doesn't give a crap anymore. He sounded exhausted today talking about it, so it's just, like I said, I want to move on as well, but people don't want to, I don't want to have to talk about this again next year. I mean, not this call, but a different call.
248-529-9797. Steve's in Chesterfield. Hello, Steve.
Hey, guys. Hey, love the show. Give me one second. Okay. Just talking about what no one I've heard is that the delay a game, of course, everyone thought. Okay, why did you give up the 4th and 19? Okay, first of all,
it's actually gotten plenty of talk today already. The reason this has come up again is just because at his press conference this afternoon, Dan Campbell was asked, and that, you said you just got in the car, so I'm not mad at you, but Dan Campbell was asked, hey, do you feel like the league's out to get you? He's like, no, there's bad guys out there.
And I'm thinking back at it, okay, playoff game, Dallas, Stafford is Mr. Wonderful now, who all LA, can't do any wrong. Did nothing in that second half. Yes, it was a horrible call, for sure. Calvin Johnson call, yeah, okay, I get it. It was, they changed the rules supposedly. But the bottom line is, I actually respect his call, or his answer, because we're just going to move on. Because, you know what?
Taking a double quarter pounder with cheese with just ketchup and onion. Double quarter pounder with cheese with just ketchup and onion. Only ketchup and onion, yep.
Yeah, only ketchup and onion, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And a large Coke.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you.
Got it. Nobody's happy about the field. Now, Aaron Glenn talked about it yesterday. That's where we started the show. But Steve, you said it, so you hadn't heard about it. All right, ready to make some picks? Here we go. Gator's out today. Playing the role of Gator today will be Kenny, which is going to be funny if you disagree with one of the picks that you get on the air.
Hey, man.
They don't bet. But if they did...
These are Gator's bets, not mine. I just want to make that clear.
Yes.
You want to read them off for Gator? He had a decent week last week, though.
He went 4-2. He bounced back. We won't talk about his shoot the boot, but he went 4-2. Neither of us are having a spectacular start to this season.
I went 2-0 last week.
Here we go. I'm going to start. I'm going to take Notre Dame at home, getting 2 points against Cincinnati. What I love about this, and this might be a quarterback, but I'm not sure it really matters for Notre Dame. But what I love about this matchup is Marcus Freeman, the Notre Dame defensive coordinator, was at Cincinnati last year. He's very familiar with their offensive personnel. I think it's a sizable advantage for the Fighting Irish. I will take Notre Dame plus the 2 against Cincinnati.
All right, Gator's first college pick is going to be Iowa, -3 at Maryland. He likes the Hawkeyes. Apparently, because he's a Gator, he hates turtles, and that's the reason why.
Okay, gotcha. Next up, Mississippi is taking on Alabama, and Mississippi
Thanks.
If you know what that means, you probably score the opposite. But Gators going with Alabama minus 14.5. He likes to cover. He ain't gonna tear it up against his old former assistant, Lane Kiffin.
So that's the opposite side of that one. Finally, I love what Sam Pittman has done at Arkansas, and KJ Jefferson is dynamic. The quarterback there could rush for 1,000 yards. He's been effective through the year. They're coming off a big win against Texas A&M. I'll take Arkansas plus the 17.5 at Georgia. His win over Clemson doesn't quite look as good weeks later. It hasn't aged quite as well as we thought.
The next game Gators looking at is Northwestern at Nebraska. He doesn't want to pick a winner on this one. He's going with an over-under total. The over-under total he has is 51.5. He likes the under. The only thing high there, he says, are the IQ of the Northwestern players. Other than that, take the under.
Let's shift gears and talk about the